Hey, Adam,
Geez,
one
why,
thing.
why do you think they called bumpers, Gary?
I don't know.
Because they come at the beginning, at the end, like bumpers.
Alex, you're a marketing guy. Do you like that design behind Paul? Does that logo thing look pretty cool to you?
Hey, I forgot to hit the record button.
Yeah, that's really professional, isn't it?
Well, this is a professional podcast.
I met her in a parking lot and was handed 2 little Yorkies. And the only person I knew that knew Yorkies was Paul. So I called Paul and said, Paul.
Sweet Talk is a weekly 20-minute podcast brought to you by the Continuing Education and Workforce Training Division of Idaho State University's College of Technology. Find us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and SoundCloud and subscribe today. Now it's time to get started with Sweet Talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sweet Talk, our weekly podcast here at Continuing Education and Workforce Training at Idaho State University. I'm one of your hosts, Paul Dickey. I'm the Apprenticeship Coordinator and Video Instruction Manager here at SWEET. And as always, joining me is our Interim Director, Raylyn Price. Raylyn, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great, Paul. It's good to be here. We're winding up the spring semester here at Idaho State University and getting ready for summer. So with that, we've got some exciting things happening. And I'm going to turn this over to Angie to get us started on what we're going to talk about.
Thank you, Raylyn. Today we are going to talk about some of the summer camps offered through Idaho State University's College of Technology. Joining us today is Ryan Pitcher. He is the Associate Director of Curriculum and Laboratories in the Energy Systems Technology and Education Center here at Idaho State University. He is also the chair of the College of Technology's Ignite Their Future STEM summer camps. Welcome, Ryan. Can you take a minute to tell us a little bit about yourself and the Ignite Their Future summer camps?
Yeah, I'm happy to. Thanks for having me today. So I have been lucky enough to work at Idaho State since 2011. So I'm going on 13 years here. So that's pretty exciting. Before that, I worked as a manufacturing test engineer for Maxim Integrated Products. I oversaw worldwide production of semiconductors, components that company made. But so yeah, I've been here at ISU. And you know, one of the things I love the most is getting out and doing STEM education and teaching people about things that we do within ESTech, the Energy Systems Technology and Education Center. I think during my first week here at ISU, I got to go out and I remember very vividly, I got to go to Tendoy Elementary and do kind of an energy presentation. And I thought that was so much fun going out and working with those elementary kids. So, you know, I've continued to engage with our community and K through 12 educators, and I've done a lot of different things, but the Ignite Their Future has been a really great project that we've been hosting for the last, I think, 6 years now.
Wow.
So, Ryan, what is the Ignite Your Future STEM camp?
So Ignite Their Future is we host STEM summer camps, and we've actually got into some of the health occupational. Sorry, I'll try not to use abbreviations. But we first started off teaching just basic electronics. We bring in teachers, K through 12 educators, and we do kind of a teach the teacher. And we would teach teachers about maybe electronics, programming robots. We have Vex robots, Lego bots, Ozo bots. We have all these different robots. And then rockets, different types of rockets, whether they're stomp water rockets or actual those rockets that you shoot up with a motor. So we bring the teachers in, teach the teachers, and then we also have the camps for the kids, and we kind of group them up age appropriate. So this year we're offering camps that are 5th through 8th grade. That's our middle school strands. And then we have our high school, which is 9th grade through 12th grade. So we have kind of separate the camps out by age, so we can make sure the content's appropriate.
So, Ryan, maybe talk about how do you choose like topics for these camps?
So yeah, I think that we've gone through a couple different methodologies over the years. I think one is, what are our kids interested in? When we go out and we go out to the community and we're talking to kids and talking to teachers, what do they want to learn? So we try to focus on those. But really importantly too, we look at what programs we have at the College of Technology and at Idaho State University, and what kind of skills might be helpful for them. And because I think that if you've never heard of instrumentation or mechanical engineering technology, it's hard to have an idea of what that even means. So we try to pick strands that allow students to come on campus, engage with our technical instructors from our College of Technology, and COSI, our College of Science and Engineering. And they get a little bit of an insight of what those college programs are about. So we try to pick things that have high demand and align to our programs.
Sure thing. So most of them then are STEM or science, technology, engineering.
Since that, yes. So ESTech, the Energy Systems Technology and Education Center, our programs revolve around STEM. However, when I heard we could get the life flight helicopter or have ambulance and let kids that, I thought, wow, we're really missing out if we don't do some health occupational stuff. And so we've tried when the weather and everything it works out, we try to offer a really fun and engaging experience. And STEM was kind of like a buzzword, and then it kind of went to STEAM for science, technology, engineering, art, and math. But at the College of Technology, we have so many great programs. It would be kind of a shame not to showcase some of those other aspects. So it's not just STEM. Some of the camps are STEM aligned, but we have a few that are health occupations as well.
So I have a question for you, Ryan. Are there any classes this year that just happen to be super, super popular? We opened registration in early June. Was that early June? We opened registration not that long ago. Yes.
Yeah.
April,
So
in early April. They happen in early June. So registration has just been open for a couple of weeks. What have you seen as far as interest goes?
Yeah, so this is the 6th year. So we've had 6 years of Ignite Their Future, or this will be the 6th year, I believe. And so we emailed out past participants in our contact list and let them know that registration was going to open on April 22nd. And we have a great list of different courses that students, kids can choose from. And one of them that's been one of the most popular is Lego robotics. That class filled up within 30 minutes of opening. And it's a very popular course because, of course, the brand name Lego. Like pretty much knows Legos. And parents know them for stepping on them. Kids know them for but so Lego robotics, they basically have a computer, and then they have a bunch of actuators, and you can build robots out of the Legos and the program. So that's been very popular. That one filled up within the first 30 minutes of being open. But luckily, we have a Vex robots as well. And so I kind of mentioned at the start, there's Ozobots, which is kind of like a very introductory course. We're not offering that one this year. We offered it a couple years ago. And that's one of the things we try to do is we try to stair step the offerings so students can kind of grow. They come back each year and can have different options. And so students who did 6th grade Ozobots could come back, and last year they could do Lego robots. And then this year they could come in for Vex robots. And there's actually VEX robotics competition teams. So in the state of Idaho, there's different robot like competition leagues, and VEX robots is one of those.
Okay, so I have another question. Is the VEX Robots the Robotic Revolution course that we are offering?
Yes, that's there. Well, there's the VEX, yeah, the VEX robots, and then so that is the VEX robots there with the team that's helping host that is called Haywire, and they're a local.
Now, I can tell you that for the 6th to 8th grade, that a Robotic Revolution is full, but people can still get students in the Robotic Revolution for 9th to 12th grade.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I mean,
Mhm.
again, I was just gonna ask Aaron, who handles all of our registration, where we're at on numbers, because again, they do fill up so fast.
Mhm.
And it's good, and one of the tough things is the kids are getting to use like state of the art kits. Like a VEX robot kit, one kit's like $1,800 for that kit. And so these kids are getting to use state of the art robotic kits. And so we're kind of limited, but yeah, if you have a student that's heading into 9th grade, so if the student's heading into 9th grade, they can definitely sign up for the second week. So we have the first week of our camp starts June 3rd. That's for the middle school. And then the following week is the high school camps.
Wow.
What other offerings are there, Ryan, besides the robotics? Can you
So,
share some of those?
yeah, so we kind of have our camp split up between middle school and high school. Some of the other middle school camps are rockets, where kids get to build a stomp rocket. They'll work with our physics department here at Idaho State University, then in the College of Science and Engineering. So they'll build a stomp rocket, and then they'll actually build a rocket. And on Parent Day, they get to go up to Bartsfield and they launch their rockets up.
Oh, that's so fun.
And then we have radiation detectives. That's a really fun camp. And so those are a couple of the other middle school camps that we have available for the middle schoolers. And then in the following week, we have high school camps. We partnered with, this is actually a really exciting development this year, is that we partnered with the USDA. So the USDA is hosting some camps, and they're bringing on subject matter experts from the USDA to teach drones and some of those other kind of, like, the USDA is United States Department of Agriculture, where they're starting to kind of do like precision agriculture, where they use drones to identify like different diseases and food crops, or survey for water. So that there's some really interesting and kind of fun career opportunities there. And the USDA is partnering with us to offer some of those camps. And then we have some of our tried and true courses, such as, and we already mentioned VEX, but we also have an intro to machining, where students, the College of Technology has an amazing machining program. And students can come in and make components on CNCs, mills, things like that. And they work with our College of Technology instructors there. Then there's also the Python programming with Dr. Paul Bodley. He's in the College of Science and Engineering. So we have a great list of courses, and people can jump on our ISU Ignite Their Future website to get a full listing, and they can see all the different courses that are available there with descriptions.
Wow.
Very
So,
cool.
so Ryan, when is the camp?
So the camp is split up for middle school and high school. So from June 3rd to June 7th is our middle school week, and June 10th through the 14th is our high school week. And one of the things we've done is we have set up the courses so you can pick a morning course and an afternoon, or say you're playing, like you have soccer practice every morning, you could just sign up for an afternoon course. So in the past, we used to have it to where people would sign up for the whole whole thing, but you can kind of pick and choose either a morning strand and an afternoon, or morning or afternoon. It's kind of nice.
Wow.
And we that too. So that's
So,
kind of,
so Ryan, what are the parents' reactions to these camp offerings?
we get a lot of great feedback from our parents. So we have a family day. So on June 7th, we'll invite parents in to be able to go out to the camps, and their kids get to do a little show and tell. And then again in the high school week, that'll be on June 14th. And so parents get to come on campus and go out and see what their kids have been doing for the week. And I think that we've gotten great feedback. We have surveys that we give out every year. So we try to, there's always room for improvement. So we take all the comments and we try to grow from those comments as well. So
That's great. That's great. So Ryan, you teach a course during the STEM program week, don't you?
I have in the past, not this year. So this year, as the chair of the committee this year, I've opted to not teach a course because it'll help with me managing logistics and making sure everyone's where they need to be. But yeah, in years past, I have taught a couple different robotics and electronic courses, and it's always been an absolute great time.
Okay. Ryan, can you talk a little bit about, I don't really know what your background was before you went into your professional career, but can you see a correlation between students who get an early exposure to STEM programs, let's say in one of these camps, and what they choose to do career-wise or educational-wise?
Yeah, so one of the things that we're trying to do is and we work with our technical instructors and our K through 12 educators to ensure that the camps have outcomes. So say if I'm teaching Ozobots, I'm going to have a very specific list, or if we're teaching Lego robotics, we're going to have specific outcomes for those courses. And with those specific outcomes, we'll make sure they're measurable. Because we want the kids not only to come and have fun, but we also want them to learn. It's very important to us that students gain exposure to different disciplines. You might not even know the first thing about machining, but once you get in there and you start turning raw metal into product, you might fall in love with that. And so we're trying to ensure that our courses have outcomes with measurable outcomes, so they can align to our programs. And for us, it's just important that students get that exposure so they can make an educated choice on maybe what sort of educational pathway that they want to pursue when it comes time for graduation from high school.
Well,
And
go ahead.
Ryan,
Paul.
you do have students that return every year, don't you?
Yeah, I actually ran into one at Walmart the other day. We had going on 5 years now. We like when I'm out in public, those people are like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Pitcher, how are you?" You know. So there are not just return, but I mean we've watched them grow from. One of them was in one of my fourth grade robot classes that I taught, and it's been really fun to watch them come through. And again, they keep coming back because we're offering a diverse selection that they can choose different strands or different courses each year and still learn new things.
Excellent.
Oh, that's so fun.
Cool.
What a great opportunity for these kids to learn, and there's so much variety. That's what I love. They can do, like you said, anywhere from health occupations where they're actually going to be with a couple of EMTs, learning, getting a CPR certification, interfacing with life flight or Port Enough Air Rescue is what it is. Yeah, so pretty cool. And then along with your STEM or STEAM activities. So pretty awesome. Thank you, Ryan, for putting that together.
Well, we are actually out of time. Can you believe that? It went by very quickly. So for those of you listening, if you are interested in looking at the offerings or signing your learner up for a class, or if you are a learner and you want your parents to sign you up for a class, you can see all of our offerings at cetrain.isu.edu/ITF, or you can search Idaho State University's Ignite Their Future, and that should pull it up. Thank you so much, Ryan. I'm going to turn this over to Paul.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah, again, Ryan, thank you so much for being with us today. Really appreciate it, and all the work you do putting this Ignite the Future camp together. I know it's a lot. And as Angie said, if you want to check out our offerings that we have, you can go to our website at cetrain.isu.edu, or you can email us at cetrain@isu.edu, or give us a call at 208-282-3372. And this podcast here is the way that we interact with our community and the programs that we have on campus. If you like this podcast, please like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate it. And again, as always, be safe out there.